Hi, hello, fam. What's up? What it do? Welcome to K&M Witchery. For those of y'all who may not know, I am Kat Nicoletta Monroe, and today we're doing the first ever pick a card on my channel. Please be kind and gentle. I admit, soul fam, the intention is to get deep. That's what she said. The spiritual journey is a roller coaster, to say the least, and we're rarely recognized for our silent battles because of how personal it all is. So in this video, I hope to shed some light on the darkest area of our lives that too deserve to be celebrated. My intention is to offer you clarity, offer you the feeling of truly being seen and recognized for your efforts. We're going to dive deep into a healing recognition, and I will offer any additional spiritual guidance that is prompted and channeled using both oracle and tarot cards. Now, soul fam, before we begin, please remember that this is a YouTube video. Please only take what resonates to you and leave the rest for another soul fam member. There are many of us. Do also remember that my primary intention is to pull for those who are subscribed. So nudge, nudge, you know what to do. Without further ado, go ahead and select a card. Pick pile 1, 2, or 3. You can resonate with as many piles as you feel drawn to. Perhaps you're unable to take your eyes off of 1 or 2 of them. Perhaps there's a deep, unexplainable knowing that this pile, this specific pile, holds all of the answers that you're seeking at this time, ready to be delivered. Whichever pile 1, 2, or 3 you believe is for you, trust in your intuition. I'm gonna go ahead and light these candles now. Head over to the chapters down below, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, hello, hello. If you chose pile number 1, hopefully there are some nice messages in here for you. Remember to please like and subscribe, join the tribe, comment down below any resonance that you may have. I love hearing from each and every single one of you. Seriously, it makes my heart melt. So do not ever hesitate to connect. We're going to use Oracle first to kind of identify your story here, see if this is in fact the right pile for you. If you do not resonate, that's okay. Either come back at another time or just simply go back and choose another pile, you know? And then after we identify your story using the pre-shuffled oracles, we're going to be diving into tarot, where I will intuitively pull any sort of guided messages that you guys need at this time. I will say buckle on in, because this is going to be a nice long ride. We're going to hang out. We're going to go in depth. Again, my intention is to offer you guys clarity, guidance, a feeling of recognition. Our soul path is quite a long one, and it's interesting. I feel like right now, just even channeling into pile 1's energy, I'm sensing a greater need to educate, I want to say. Some of you may be seeking a teacher or are resonating with becoming one yourself. But let's dive in before we jump to any more of these conclusions. The first card we have is boundaries. So this is the highlight right here. Ooh, I immediately took a nice deep breath in. Ooh, started rocking back and forth. Good, lots. Okay, hold on. Before we dive in too deep, let's just get the other cards on the table. We have the Child I was meant to be diligence, fulfillment, loving this, loneliness, okay, a lot makes sense, as well as surrender. Let me just double check that you guys can see everything all right. Oh, well, whatever. You know, we're just going to kick perfection out the door today, shall we, soul fam? Cool. Let's get the messages out here. Okay, so I'm immediately prompted to let you know there's a difference between isolation and solitude. The boundaries that you have been able to place, not necessarily on others, but more so on yourself. I will say, soul fam, if you picked this pile, you are likely coming out of a really beautiful, long, and now finally calming transformation, where you recognize that the boundaries you set with yourself, that's the greatest difference you can make in your life and your interactions and connections, and more so experiences. I'm really getting pulled to this loneliness card right here. Interesting how, although it's loneliness, there is an absolute interconnection here. All over in the world are people whom had and continue to undergo a grand awakening. And this awakening is a more humbled experience than modern day spiritualism may sugarcoat. What I'm seeing within you, soul fam, is an ability to heal yourself, because you understand that the ascension is not something that requires you to go above yourself and dissociate, but rather something that is grounding, humbling. You peel back those onion layers. You build up your self-awareness, and you heal through breaking those patterns. And I am sensing, soul fam, that a lot of you, I will say, I am hearing a reoccurring statement: I am lonely. Soul fam, I immediately want you to cancel that thought. I know that I am never alone. Comes out on the table here to remind you that this requirement for your solitude is one that will unite so much of the collective. Another thing I would like to recognize, soul fam, was your deep ability to bring yourself back into yesteryear, I'm hearing. Some of y'all are very poetic. It could very well be that you may be recommended to write. Before I jump to that conclusion, we'll see what tarot has to say about that, but this may be a piece of resonance for you to tell your story, I'm hearing. But going back to that onion layer and this symbolism of a book that is being read backwards, you healed an aspect of yourself that you believed at one point or another, soul fam, you would be unable to move on from. And yet you've used this energy to grow. Now, if you'd ever, soul fam, feel pulled please book a discovery call with me. As a certified hypnotherapist, NLP results coach, and timeline therapist, I'm happy to guide you into your past memories and help you unblock those limiting beliefs to help you move forward even further. Because I feel a lot of you as well have really indulged in meditation, which is another thing Spirit would like to acknowledge. And I keep hearing that song, in my solitude. Once upon a time, you were afraid to be alone. I'm alone, you would convince yourself. And whether this reading is serving as a reminder or an acknowledgement, there's fulfillment that's present. And it took a long time, especially with this diligence card out here. You really gotta ramp yourself up before the wind can take you and carry you higher above the clouds. It also requires a decision, an act of bravery. And what Spirit is also acknowledging in today's reading for you, Soul Fam, is how proud they are of you for surrendering to this journey of grounding your intuition. I'm loving the purple in the midst of all of this red here. That's what I'm talking about right here. I'm not really sure if this is focusing. I hope it is, but the affirmation reads, I can release my need to control. And that's what you've done. This boundaries card and energy is one of self, of your own alignment. So fam, you've really undergone a mass transformation. I will be super surprised that when we shuffle in for your tarot, if the, the Hermit card doesn't pop up. Because the amount of light work that you had done within yourself is ultimately a great kickoff for today's entire pick a card reading. I mean, so much of what you had discovered within yourself, within your childhood, within your story, within your lineage. You, Soul Fam, your ability to meditate had brought you back timelines and generations. You're easy to tap into when it comes to your past selves, and I'm sensing a lot of curiosity, but we'll also again see, I'm obviously getting very impatient to pull some tarot for you guys. But what else am I feeling from here? You know what? I think that this is a really beautiful introduction already, Soul Fam. What do you think? I think we're going to carry on here to the tarot portion. Let's do that. And we're going to keep the boundaries card out here as a beautiful reminder of our title page, our overall energy, our aspect of our spiritual journey that we are celebrating today. Boundaries is a really big thing, okay? It is, because again, it's personal, right? If there's anything that I teach my clients, my patrons, links all below, by the way, to all my services, is that we can never expect other people to change or to align to our desires and our goals, but rather we change ourselves and lock that behavior in, this changed behavior in, until everything else realigns and reshifts. Because we have become the change. You see? Because the expectation of having another person respect your boundaries actually comes from you being able to respect them yourself. And people will inadvertently challenge them. They don't mean to. Everyone needs a reminder once in a while. So the energy from here is very still, very calming. Bottom of the deck is the sun. We love to see it. We love to see it. So first up on the table, we do have the Justice, Judgment, 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So again, I'm hearing the song, In My Solitude. We're really rebalancing and reshifting, okay? I'm absolutely getting pulled now to the Judgment and Justice card right here. Where what? I think that's just exactly it. It was so funny because like, as soon as I tapped into this, all I heard was silence. Okay, cool. So here's what I'm picking up from y'all, right? A lot of this seclusion, this isolation, okay, it had you guys lose some friends, or perhaps maybe have you look at a lot of your connections completely differently, okay? And that caused you to remove your energy, okay? So much so that you became comfortable in the solitude because you knew that you weren't going to be disappointed. But that sense of loneliness just increased. Now, at the same time, though, learning to love your own space, your own solitude, your own-ness, I'm hearing, you've learned to unlock many mysteries of your life, of the spiritual journey. And I am sensing a very heightened group here. Despite almost all of the energies here being that of the human experience, okay, the minor arcana. The major arcana here with the Justice and Judgment, and again, a silence, shows me that you guys feel capped. Now that may have punched your ego a little bit here, but let's push on that a little bit more, okay? With love, of course. It's okay to connect, Soul Fam. I think what's missing here with this 9 of Cups energy isn't the fact that you haven't accomplished enough, or that what you've done so far isn't enough, because it is, it always is. And it's also okay to want more, to desire more. That more, though, will require connection, will require you to open up to a soul fam. Because the resources that you're seeking right now are externally from yourself. And that realization alone is looking like a pretty difficult mountain to climb. A hurdle, if you will. Because I'm literally sensing some of y'all being like, oh, I don't want to talk to people. And it's like, okay, let's put this card back out here. Okay. So fam, it would be very selfish of you in a neglectful way for you to keep all of your wonderful and powerful and meaningful realizations to yourself. It's also a massive disservice to yourself and thus the collective to stay bottled up. Once upon a time, this need for, it's so funny because I keep wanting to say seclusion, although it's really solitude. It's peaceful. Solitude offers a more peaceful energy that will allow you to also have the free will to leave. Seclusion and isolation has a tinge of permanence to it, of coldness, and that of locked doors. You have the right to connect, soul fam. A lot of the curiosities that you have been asking for, that you haven't been able to receive a clear enough intuitive response to, because again, this is very quiet energy here, and I'm sure we're going to get some responses the deeper that we go. But it's because Spirit has already offered you multiple different options. And now I'm hearing Spirit say, just choose one. So all of these resources, all of these solutions, I'm hearing consultations, classes, meet and greets, coffee dates, just simple chat. Like I literally just saw a chat box open up. It doesn't have to take much for you to connect, but the answers that you're seeking are on the other side. That extra cup of information that you are missing is in the connection. That cat, the intuition is telling you to branch out. It is outside of you. That extra cup that you are looking for is outside of you. Pick one. Your option is that you have too much. This is like your inability to like choose a Netflix show to watch, you know? But like just choose one already. The rest will still be there if and when you may want them. Maybe, or maybe not. But it's definitely much better than you sitting in a sense of grievance and almost like, I don't know, some of y'all I'm sensing are like a little bit too deep in your like, I hate people bubble. And now I'm hearing, it's not so bad, it's not so bad. My tears gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. Yeah, okay, anyway, so the sun will come out, right? This being the bottom of the deck energy as of right now, kind of leading the way, is showing me that like, should you choose, okay, because free will is the biggest player always, 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 right? Like any sort of reading, whether it be a personal reading, whether it be a YouTube reading, whether it be you even pulling for yourself, if there's any information that you dislike, do something about it. So if there's an outcome that is negative, say that instead of the Sun card, I don't know, we hit the Eight of Swords card, right? Something that shows us a little bit more of like that mental agony and despair. Sleepless nights, if you will. If we don't like that example as an outcome, change the pattern, change your reaction, do something differently about it. Now, inevitably, again, as a choice, we have the Sun card, loud and clear, proudly ready for you to shine on and become part of that. Because like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of you guys have been like living in your own early 2000s R&B music video, you know, where it's like, it's just pouring rain outside and you're like dancing and like caressing the window and like just, can we just like stop? I don't know, hopefully you guys are vibing with this, because especially here with the Page of Swords energy, you are really seeing that the realities that, or the perceptions that you hold are the realities that you manifest, right? And the question now, Soul Fam, really just comes down to choice. There's a lot of missing pieces here. And respectfully, Soul Fam, I think a lot of you guys at this point are taking a lot of your solitude a bit too seriously, and you've gone a little bit too deep into it, and now you're being encouraged to expand, even if it's one simple conversation, connection. Because oftentimes that development, that next step, that clarity that we're seeking exists right outside of our comfort zone. And this nest that you've created is comfy and cozy. Being pulled to a lot of that fire here, the protection that you have cast on yourself is good. I'm just here to let you know that it's also safe to branch out. Use the intuition that you yourself have accumulated in this beautiful process and use it to continue advancing, Soul Fam. This isn't a jab at your ego. There's only so much that you can do by yourself. And honestly, you're here now tuning into this video because you would like external guidance. And that's okay to ask for once in a while. It's okay to ask for help. Just as much as you, Soul Fam, and I can feel that endlessly, as much as you've backed off from a lot of people in your life, you're also one of the first to help people solve their problems. Like, you're the one that will offer the solutions, the ideas, the helping hand. Now you're just being a little bit annoyed by it, I'm sensing. I give, when am I going to get it back? You know, it's like, I feel like you guys have a lot of this like lost mentality when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your effort. I'm even hearing like the advice. Like, if you are becoming one of the ones that are the teachers, you're probably getting really annoyed by teaching. If any of these examples resonate, Soul Fam, then it's time to become the student. Then you can carry forward and you can take it forward. Take anything that you need as you need it and move forward. But we also have to open up to that idea to explore. The Page of Cups here offers you an opportunity for more. You have to choose to accept it. And then a lot more of that clarity will come. And honestly, a lot of like your annoyance, and honestly, some of y'all are like aggressive, or maybe you've like moved past that aggression too. And this is the acknowledgement of like, you're no longer as triggered, okay? Although this being the tarot portion here, this is advice that you need to hear. So again, past, present, or future, however it is that you align with this, take this feedback should you resonate with it and move forward. Just again, choose a fucking cup already, Soul Fam, okay? Because inevitably the outcome is positive. You're protected. It's safe now to step out. That solitude had served you for a long time. This is also the age of Aquarius, okay? Interconnection is going to be the thing that will help you thrive. You no longer have to be fully fucking secluded and alone to survive, Soul Fam. Those days are over for you if you choose to make it easier on yourself. That part is up to you. Whatever will you do? I don't know. Perhaps you'll let me know though. And just like that, Soul Fam, I did hear my snap. So if you do want more, just so you know, there is an extended, and that extended is not an extension of your pile, but rather another pick a card. The title of that is What's Your Next Step? Advice to really truly move forward, things to look forward to, obstacles to perhaps watch out for. Who knows? I don't know. It's kind of like your own pick your own adventure kind of thing, okay? There are also 5 piles available, so that could answer a lot of your questions if you're wondering about options and solutions. Just saying pile number 1, I don't know, let me know. It's interesting. I thought maybe I would pull more energies, but it seemed like the messages resonated with whoever needed it today. So do, again, let me know in the comments down below. So fam, I love you guys so much. And if this is where we part, I will see you in another video very, very soon. Love you, so fam. Bye. Hello, Soul Fam, and welcome to pile number 2. Let's see, Soul Fam, if there's any messages in here for YOU. We're going to dive into a pre-pulled oracle messages, see your story, see what it is that we are celebrating as far as your spiritual advancements are concerned. And then we're going to be pulling some tarot for some channeled messages. We'll learn about what it is that you need to hear at this time, whatever it may be. I don't know yet. That's going to range, okay? If it's going to be advice, if it's going to be more acknowledgements and like, I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Okay, remember to comment, like, subscribe, all of that jazz. Our overall energy and celebration is healing. Wow, like we're really going full blown with you, okay? Healing is massive. Now, we're going to be using the other cards here to identify the type of healing, but I am sensing an absolute growth and transformation within you. And I am really hearing and feeling rather you know, that feeling of like a true sense of accomplishment and self-gratitude that just makes you choke back tears and feel just a heaviness on your heart. But this heaviness on your heart is one that's just, that feels like a hug. Yeah, that's what's coming through for you. Ooh, this is gonna be deep. Oh, so fam, I'm loving this energy though. Let's dive in. We also have release. Oh boy, do I feel that. We have alone in the world, masquerade, blame, and failure. Wow. Wow. Okay, so fam, I am sensing so much of your reading is around, I'm hearing an apology. Okay. Some of you may already be crying, to which I wish I could just hand you a tissue and give you a big hug. People had mistreated you. People had judged your very powerful and unique ability to feel, to sense, to care and love more than perhaps even the average person. I mean, so fam, I'm really sensing that Your ability to love is your magical power. And this energy is very heavy because unfortunately, perhaps maybe you hadn't heard that enough. And I have no problem to compliment you a little bit extra if you need it. I just heard no, that's okay. Learn to accept it anyways. Good. Thank you for accepting that. Healing takes time. It also doesn't require you, Soul Fam, to constantly hide your true self. I would be very surprised in a way if you didn't resonate with pile number 1 as well. You may resonate with both here. You have come to terms with a person or perhaps multiple people in your life. Could be a narcissist, could be an abuser, and I'm putting a massive trigger warning right now on this pile. Please know that everything is coming with love. And I'm only acknowledging your strong efforts. You are enough. And you're never alone. I know you've been taught to feel that way, Soul Fam. And many of you have and are still likely in the process thereof releasing that limiting belief. It's okay to cry, Soul Fam. No, you're not crazy. You're caring. That's what you are. That's what you are. So your story here, Soul Fam, is one that you have overcome. My dog is relaxing next to me, if you heard that. One where you felt like time and time again you were made out to be a failure, and perhaps you were blamed for other people's shortcomings. Not anymore. Release that. I release that. I release that. Keep repeating that affirmation to yourself and be specific about what it is that you're releasing. My intention now is not to cause any triggers, but rather to help move you along. Speak out into the universe what it is that you're choosing to release. Release all your fears. Release the blame, the false projection of failure, which is an illusion, by the way. And I think a lot of y'all have noticed that now, haven't you? The masks are off. Even with that narcissist in your life, right? All high and mighty, big bully. But you see them for what they really are. Massive deceptors, yes. And they hold so much of their own shame. They're ashamed of themselves so much that they project oh so heavily onto you, haven't they? Not anymore. We've healed from that now. Now I'm getting a random message here for anyone who needs it to, yes, go ahead and go on that little shopping spree, okay? Head out into your nearest Winners or whatever mall. Hell, go somewhere expensive if you want, but treat yourself to a new outfit. I'm hearing my hair. You know, there's this thing that us girls do, and perhaps maybe not only, of course, don't mean to just bucket us all in as the same, but when we are really truly over something or someone in particular, a breakup is like the greatest example. We get like a new haircut. We completely change our appearance. That's something that's really being prompted of you guys right now. And know that this step right there of like just being able to gift yourself and offer yourself some of the love languages, you know, like the affirmations, the gift giving, the quality time spent with yourself, you know, these are things that you have likely learned to incorporate into your life. Or again, for a lot of you too, I'm sensing like a different timeline for so many of you guys. This may just be a really beautiful recommendation for you to do, okay? I do open you up to my Patreon dailies for spiritual mentorship, daily alignment advice, practical skills to help you increase your self-awareness and help you heal. And move towards your authenticity. Masquerade here, Soul Fam, I'm really sensing the desire to be authentic, to stand out with your chest out and just be proud and be like, I'm here and I'm hearing I survived. Yes, you did, Soul Fam. Proclaim that loud and proud if it applies to you. I am a survivor. Fuck yeah. It's time to take off that mask and be who you are, because for so long, Soul Fam, you'd have been unable to shed that layer of yourself. And now a lot of things are shedding. A lot of things are changing. Perhaps, Soul Fam, you are the... oh, what is that called? Let me see. There is a spiritual check-in. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pop it up somewhere here, wherever it's gonna pop up, okay? After this, go ahead and watch this video, okay? Because if you, in fact, are starting from quote-unquote rock bottom, okay, where you're fresh out of a relationship, perhaps maybe you gotta move or you have recently moved, like your life took a complete 180, okay? This is now that shedding that had to occur to make room for everything else. That quote unquote tower moment where everything in your life crumbled needed to happen. And you know what? I think it was your strength that allowed so much of that crumbling. And you've moved away from things that no longer serve you. And I'm hearing people or a person, like just, you're right there. You're so close. Your efforts are seen, Soul Fam. There is so much that you hide from the world. I'm saying I see you and I'm hugging you. Virtual hugs. Oh. Care Bear beaming over to you, Soul Fam. I do apologize for making you cry, some of you. I can sense that. And just know, Soul Fam, this is what it's about, okay? This interconnection right here. Know that it's okay and it's safe, and not everybody, Soul Fam, is going to treat you this way. For more messages on that, please go ahead and watch pile number 1, okay? Because you will likely highly resonate with those messages there. As far as, oopsie, just breaking everything apart here. Oh, candle went out, interesting. Let me just fix this. Honestly, let's move into the tarot portion here. And we'll keep the healing card out as that beautiful reminder and highlight of this pile's energy today. And let's see what the tarot portion has to say. All right, these cards flew out. This really wants to be in reverse, so we'll allow that. Messages for my pile 2. What healing messages do they need? Woo! Okay. Boom. Boom. I am hearing self-love, self-love, self-love. Yes, okay. The greatest form of healing, Soul Fam, is to give yourself the love. The Sun card came out here as well. I love to see it. The Justice came out. Soul Fam, please go watch pile 1. And then go watch that other video that I tagged up here. Will be some pretty good guidance for you. I'm going to pull 2 more cards I'm hearing. The Empress came out. Beautiful. Birth anew. Yeah, that video is going to resonate with you very, very well. This card here is really... And the Death card. Oh, I love to see it. Please never be afraid of the Death card. This is a very positive thing. The Hanged Man is at the bottom of our deck. Really hoping that all of the cards are relatively shown. It's fine. You guys get the picture. I'll hold up whatever is needed if needed. So let's start with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse for you here, Soul Fam. Okay. This here could very likely be the continuation thereof of pile number 1's energy, where you are finally feeling more open and less reserved. Okay, now the reservation is valid. Okay, you've been mistreated for too long for you to just be all openly giddy about just giving your heart away and making new friends and connections and all of that, okay? At the same time, though, that reservation is now, well, as a recommendation at the very least, no longer required, okay? We can let that reservation go. And continue to connect with ourselves, okay? Because although the external world is always available to us, and any resources that we may require as we require them will be made readily available to you anytime, easily and effectively, because you are powerful and you can bring in anything that you require in for yourself. We must also align to that with ourselves, okay? So I'm seeing a lot of quote unquote seclusion here, okay? Singular people and characters, but the Sun card comes out here again to further remind us that we're never alone, always guided, and if we ever need anything, the universe has got us, okay? Keep opening up to that beautiful realization within yourself and that heart chakra, okay? And keeping that in mind, knowing that good, happy, healthy people exist for us, we can now cater more to ourselves, all right? So let's jump into these 2 cards here. If my nails will allow me to pick it up, I'll just, yeah, there it is. All right, so we have the 9 of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Cups. I really do like the fact that the Queen of Cups is pregnant, as is the Empress here. Do we have any other pregnant people? Yes, we do. Another pregnant woman here in the Sun. So this could very well mean a literal pregnancy for anyone who that may apply to, but I am hearing only 1 or 2. So congratulations to the very, very select few that resonated with. On the other hand, though, this is more so about planting that seed of love to yourself, filling up your own cup because you can, giving more to yourself. That idea that isolation is necessary doesn't necessarily even apply to you, because it's within finding this beautiful balance of your own company, of your own interests, like even learning what that is for you, Soul Fam. Many people are unsure of their hobbies. Discover what that is for you. I think that that's exciting, not knowing. Ooh, that means you could just try new things. You can just try all of the things. Why not? Have fun. And you can still do things that are safe and alone. Perhaps maybe you're going to buy your own canvas from the dollar store and just go to town and start painting. Or perhaps maybe you want to dive into astrology and learn something really cool about yourself and your charts, or maybe those of others around you, and find connection in that way. Or perhaps maybe there is a program that you want to apply to or join. Learn something new. You're being spiritually guided to do exactly that. And it is within remaining open to that inner connection and that self-love, it'll bring about more peace than you've known. Because what I will acknowledge, especially with the Death card here, the spiritual journey it's a dark one, you know? Like, damn, like the amount of freaking transformations and changes and experiences that a single person goes through in their lives is, well, that's a miracle all on its own, you know? And it's difficult, and it just rips you open. But then after all of that, after you've, for lack of better terms and a bit of a descriptive freaking metaphor, you've bled yourself out. And now you're ready to be sewn back up again, in a way, like just peeling back those onion layers down to your inner essence. That's that true ascension. Ascension is going within. And that's painful sometimes, but again, now, so fam, what this is all leading you towards is the peace that comes after that difficult healing. Because with the Death card here, that is an ultimate ending and a new rebirth. A complete 180, if you will, especially with the Hanged Man here. Also, the star at the bottom of the deck there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Even further clarifying that this is divinely guided. And a new perspective will be acknowledged. I just heard I got to see it to believe it, and that's okay. Keep your eyes open to it though. And keep offering yourself those love languages you wish to have received, that you hadn't had the privilege of receiving. Become the adult you wish you had as a child, or as a teenager, or as the adult. Become that person. My throat chakra is like activating like crazy. Being prompted to let you know, guys, that there is no greater sense of intimacy than truth, than speaking your mind and just being true to yourself. That is power. That Justice card here is telling me that there has been a really beautiful internal reshifting and balancing, and that is absolutely being amplified with the Hanged Man and the healing. I mean, keep reminding yourself, soul fam, just how powerful you are. And keep this Empress energy high and strong. Because your love is the furthest thing from a weakness or a nuisance or an inconvenience or anything else that has been wrongly thrown at you. A rebalancing is now being made for you, soul fam. You've come to a junction in your life where things are going to change to your benefit. Open up to it, give into it, align to it. What you are seeking is seeking you, and it must happen through you. Therefore, continue on this beautiful self-love journey, soul fam. I see you, I'm here for you. If you would ever need a guide, you guys, use the link down below, knmwitchery.com. I am so happy to meet with every single one of you and help push you on the way. Because this growth is absolutely, it's immense. It's immense. I'm also getting pulled to pull some more cards for you guys, so let's do that. I'm gonna keep the Hanged Man as, put him over here. Put him. The Cowardly Lion may actually have some sort of a significance to you. King of Swords. Two of Cups. Four of Wands. Celebration is yours if you want it. And you mustn't ever fear the devil, by the way, because the devil card also came out. You could be a Capricorn or be dealing with a lot of Capricorn placements. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Okay. Now, going back to my statement of vulnerability, or no, what was I saying? Intimacy equals truth. One day, if not already, you will be brave enough to stand tall and proclaim your authenticity, yourself, your bravery, your happiness, your reason for being. I think for a long time, Soul Fam, you in particular, this group, you could have given up a lot of times in your life. For what it's worth, I'm really happy that you're here. Because now you get to see it all turn around for you. The Devil card will be around, okay? There will be reminders in your life because that's the karmic lesson of this human experience. Now, that's not to say that each and every single time the devil asks you to dance, that you take his hand. Now you've learned to say, no, I don't think so. Celebrate that, Soul Fam. And just know also, for anyone who this applies, because when it comes to this particular Two of Cups, I am feeling a very strong romantic connection. Once you give further and deeper into all of the self-love, you are going to be able to align to a person that is going to meet you at the level that you truly deserve to be treated in. Now, this healing is preparing you to be open enough to receive it, to let down your reservations, to be able to proudly proclaim your authenticity and your healing and your power. I am a survivor. I'm hearing someone just standing in the middle of a field and screaming that out. Do that. You've survived something. And you've healed. And the scars remind you that the past is real. Whoever that song lyric resonated to. And you can still connect with the right people at the right time that are rightly made for you. Because you have aligned to it, opened up to it, and deemed it safe enough. Some of you guys are still in the middle of that. I don't feel super safe. You want love, but if love knocked on your door tomorrow, you wouldn't really open it. You would sit and pretend like you're not home, afraid. Perhaps maybe being very self-judgmental of how you look like, feeling unprepared. So until you are able to step into this energy, which you are, okay? Like, it's inevitable. This 180 is already yours should you choose it. It's just going to take a little bit more beautiful work and curiosity and diving into yourself. I mean, could be worse, you know? you do know, you've gone through it. So keep moving through and just know that so much of this beautiful life awaits you, and it is rightfully yours, despite the devil's naysay. Just tell him to fuck off. Move on to the next, because now it's time to shine. So take this opportunity, soul fam, and run with it. I did hear my snaps. I want to say thank you so much for being here. I want to remind you to be proud of you. And check out the links below if there's anything I can offer you. Otherwise, if this is where we leave today. Oh, right, we have an extended. Sorry, I hope you're still here. If you are interested in an extended, go ahead and check out the link below. You will be led over to Patreon, where on VIP you have access to all extendeds as well as a huge library of spiritual content, meditations, daily guidance, and all of that. In this particular extended that follows this is kind of like a pick your own adventure, because it's not an extension of your story here, but rather another pick a card, all about what is your next step. Things to look forward to, perhaps maybe any obstacles to keep your eyes out for, all of the cool, lovely things and all of the mystery that life holds. Should you choose to take it, that is what awaits you on the other side. But if this is where we leave today, soul fam, thank you again so much. Like, subscribe, do all of those YouTube-y things. Definitely comment your resonance down below. I love to hear from you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Yalla pile 3, thank you so much for being here today. I'm excited to learn what messages lie ahead from you. Stating the intentions, now we're going to be looking into your storyline essentially to learn if this pile is in fact for you. There are no wrong answers, by the way. If it doesn't resonate, you could always just go to a different pile. But we're going to see what it is that we are celebrating as far as your spiritual progress goes, okay? Shedding some light onto our darkness, all of that lovely stuff. Then what we're going to do is further this reading by using tarot and diving into some intuitive messages, whatever it is that you may need to hear at this time. It could be guidance, it could be, you know, more head inflating, okay? If you need more compliments, I don't know, we'll see what happens when we get there. So let's get there, shall we? Let's dive right on in. We have courage as your overall energy. Wow, loving this. Next, we have hiding your true self. Okay, the plot thickens. Action. Trust. Oh my God, I'm already so excited for this reading. Fear. And health. Ooh-wee. All right, soul fam, number one thing Spirit is congratulating you for is opening up your heart. It's funny, there's so many of y'all that just went, what? That wasn't what I expected her to say. But that's where, in fact, the most courage lies. You, soul fam, are being celebrated and acknowledged for your growth and your authenticity and stepping into your light and owning it. I'm hearing it's been a long time coming. There may have been a creative venture, a love interest, a business opportunity, a move, anything. Honestly, the world is yours, soul fam, and of course, our soul fam is big and continuously growing. So take this reading and make it your own as it resonates, whatever it is that you have optimized on, I'm hearing, that was outside of your comfort zone for so long. It feels good to finally see things really go your way, doesn't it, Soul Fam? And you're no longer hiding your true self. So let's dive into this, right? A lot of y'all feared your potential and even feared your success. Now, how could we fear our success, I wonder? Let me tell you about a really funny little story. I took a little mini break in between pile 2 and pile 3. And so I needed to relight, kind of refresh some of my little tea candles, and I burnt some of my nail. Now, these are plastic stick-ons, so nobody be, you know, alarmed. But nevertheless, I found it very interesting, and I was really excited to dive into your reading because I was like, what is the metaphor in this, you know? And I think the reason why is because you've been burned so many times, Soul Fam. Every single time you stepped out and you proclaimed yourself, you got shut down, or perhaps maybe you hadn't, and it's all just mainly in and around perhaps maybe your appearance here with the health card, right? Fear of being seen in general. And you've done that healing, and you've learned just how powerful you are, how creative you are. You're no longer that cowardly lion. Now, you guys may resonate with pile number 2. Mostly pile number 1, but at the same time, pile 3, if you're just here and this is the only energy you resonated with, I think it's the only one that you need. Plus maybe the extended, which I'll talk about later, but I'm hearing, I'm here now. This could also have been a physical transformation, okay? Because say you were looking for a change of bodily structure, okay? Say perhaps we were putting on muscle or losing some fat, however it is. We feel confident now. The learning curve has been there and done that. You're now confident to be who you are. And with that physical transformation also came an emotional transformation, a mental transformation, and thus a spiritual one. An accumulative growth. I do trust it's been a long time coming, okay? And I definitely feel that this journey is only beginning for you, you know, whatever venture it is that you've started had been done at the ending of a massive transformation, and now I feel like you're embarking on another one. And I'm seeing someone literally buckle on their seatbelts, like you're ready for it, right? Like you're courageously moving forward. And I feel like that's also because, Soul Fam, rock bottom has just become a new and clean foundation for you. Like, I feel like there's nothing that you'd embarked on that you feel that you cannot overcome, which is beautiful. Head held high. And that fear still exists, right? But it's more of a memory now. You've trained yourself to trust. I'm hearing full speed ahead with this action card. I'm really curious what it is that you're going to do. Because whatever it is, Soul Fam, that you choose to action at this time, in whatever category of your life, it's going to really create a big impact. Whether for yourself or for the collective or all the above, I don't know, but to live and breathe in your authentic light as bravely as you are right now is a force to be fucking reckoned with. You'll be untouchable. And not in the sense that bad things can't happen to you, because you're human. You've been humbled enough times, but rock bottom no longer scares you or scorns you. There's this wonderful understanding of the yin yang component of spirituality, where there is darkness and light and darkness. And ultimately, you're ready to conquer that and continue on this transformation. And so fam, you're here now in this reading, in this pile, to take a look at the journey that you had already overcome. Take a look at the landscape that lies before you, because so many of y'all are already at the top of a mountain peak. Stop and enjoy, like look back. I know, they say don't live in the past, but you can appreciate it. Because it's in acknowledging our strengths and all of these challenges that we've overcome, that's where the real motivation comes from. That's where you become your own source of creation. Yeah. I don't know if my phone picked it up on the audio, but someone just like sped down my street. Like again, it's full throttle, all speed ahead. So let's actually dive into the intuitive tarot portion of this reading and see what messages lie ahead for you. Because again, I, for one, am very curious what's going to come from this beautiful courage that you have unlocked within yourself, this light. This potential is no longer a potential. It's not even a possibility or probability. It's the present. It's the here and now. You're like, no. Like, it's my way now. I'm doing this now. And it's not even about arrogance, so fam. You guys are stepping into, again, a confidence where you truly trust your process. So much so that, hell, you can educate people on it if you really wanted to. So we have the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands, the Magician, the World. Yo, this is what the hell I'm talking about, okay? Like, y'all ain't even here to play. Here I am, Champion Manifester. What else we got for the soul fam? What does my pile 3 need to hear? 4 of Cups comes out. Let me clarify this 4 of Cups, please. 2 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Lots of fire energy. Again, a lot of that spirit. You could be also a fire sign. 2 of Cups and Ace of Coins. Let's kind of put, yeah, I said 2 of Cups. Interesting. That 2 of Cups is going to be really important to this reading. We'll see why. And the last one is 4 of Coins alongside that 8 of Cups. This message here is quite similar. So let me just dive into the quote unquote elephant in the room. You've realized, soul fam, where it is that you've held yourself back, okay? There's been a potential that you have perhaps maybe clung onto for a really long time. And you know, sometimes we really, really want something, whatever that something is, whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever, okay? We want it to work out so freaking badly that we almost force it. We hang on to it so tightly that everything that we've been like saving up for, if we're gonna use this as like monetary values as like an example here, right? You're saving, but you're still refusing to do anything with the opportunity that you have before you, right? Like this is physical abundance that you can exchange for whatever it is that you may want, and you're still choosing to hang on to it, fearing that if you let go, you will have less, but really what is on the outside of that is even more abundance. And you've awakened to that now, you see. You're no longer ignoring that something's missing in your life, and it's okay. It's okay that something is missing. Because a decision has been made. A lot of the reason why it's very like full throttle ahead for you guys, okay, and why you feel so confident is because you've decided. You're no longer in this lull, in this hanged man mode where you're refusing to make the changes and do that uncomfortable work. And now you're like, what's uncomfortable? It's worse for me to stay where I'm at, and I'm willing to rip up my muscles in order to grow them and eat the right things in order to readjust my gut health and put in those extra hours and create that content or that art and make these connections and do that thing. Because that uncomfort or discomfort, whatever, grammar, you don't care about the perfection of it. You laugh at your mistakes because you know that mistakes are just wonderful lessons, and you've now learned what no longer works for you. You've made that decision. You've cut the tie in this constant loop, keeping you stagnant, repeating the same lessons over and over and over and over again. You're like, okay, you know what? Boom. I'm going to choose a different way right now. That magician card flew up. You see? You chose to manifest. Take the opportunity and use what you have as you have it. Not making the excuses anymore like I'm feeling you guys used to do, where perhaps, or maybe you do this now and this is a nice little motivation to perhaps maybe consider new perspective, one that takes you out of this loop here, right? Where you always had to learn more, do better, accumulate more. Like, say if this is a love thing, right? Because I'm definitely sensing this with the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups. There's a reservation of connection, right? Again, this unwillingness to want to let go of something. Sometimes less is more. You think that you need more money, more intellect. Maybe you're really, I don't know, there is something about like physical alterations, for lack of better words, that fear of being seen is coming back up, where you think you're not going to be good enough for a person, or perhaps maybe this Two of Cups is like the soul fam, and you can fear showing yourself to the internet and making connections, right? Whatever it may be for you, however it is that you choose to accept in connection and love right now, you may have for a long time felt unworthy. But now you're choosing to show up with what you have. The magician only has one crystal, one feather, one charm, and one coin, pendant, whatever it is. That's it. It's not sitting here going, oh, I need to accumulate all 10 of these coins first before I can show up. Or accumulate all of the knowledge and all of the certifications and everything before I show up. You know what a lot of this is like reminding me of? It's like, we're going to keep using physical body in the gym as an example, right? You really want to join the gym and obtain your dream body goal. But before you even show up to the gym, you've decided that you really want to feel more comfortable. So you've researched and memorized all of the different types of workouts and machines and how to use them and everything, but you have not once stepped foot into the gym. It's like all of that knowledge that you're accumulating is kind of worthless, isn't it? Unless you're actually doing something with it, which is beautiful, because now, based on all of this beautiful hard work, you can, where's that card? You can action it and you can move forward despite the discomfort and wind and turbulence. You're courageously braving on. Yeah, you're courageously braving on. The Knight of Wands is untouchable. Honestly, he's all fire. Once he sets his mind to something, it's now in the hands of spirit. Wands are spiritual nature. Once you align to your spirit, and I like how this card is just refusing to be separated. All of this knowledge, Soul Fam, all of the difficulties that you have overcome have brought you to this version of you right here and right now. And that is all you need. I'm hearing the world is yours. That is honestly, I mean, not only is it literally like my tattoo, but that right there, Soul Fam, that's your motto. I'm curious what else will come for you. Let's pull a few more cards. Oh, this one really wanted to come out here. Okay, it's like stuck to this decision here, so. Okay, I'm hearing keep it, okay, hold on. Oh, now I feel like I need to make some of this prim and proper for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Let's just see what else happens here. Messages for my Soul Fam, pile number 3. Ace of Cups. Oh, okay, honestly, we're just gonna ignore the mess here. We're just gonna get the messages out. Temperance comes out. One last card I'm hearing. One last card I'm hearing. Future. Future and Temperance. The future is now. I'm hearing clear out all of those other cards. Okay, really super interesting. Sorry, guys. I don't even know why I'm apologizing, but we're gonna remove some of these energies here because I'm hearing lesson learned, okay? We are going to further the discussion here about this discussion here. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I keep wanting to say this discussion. Maybe there's a discussion that you need to have because that's just, I don't know what the hell is happening there. I can tell that there's a lot of nerves, okay? Like whatever it is that you're gonna do is something new, okay? But this future card here, I like because it is yours. The future is yours, the world is yours. Temperance comes in here to tell you that despite your fears, things are really working out. And this was that card. This 3 of Cups right here. This was that decision. I don't know why okay. A lot of things are going on with my energy right now, okay? A lot of things are going on with my energy. We're gonna talk about something here. The need for perfection is a little bit too freaking high for you guys, okay? It's okay to get messy. Whatever decision it is that you've chosen to break this loop, like you've noticed the karmic reoccurrence in a particular lesson, and you're tired of moving away from, again, your potential, your higher self, the person that you envision exists for you. However it is that they look like, however much money they make, who they're with, where they are. You're feeling that you're meant to be that. And yet, at the same time, presently, there is an overemphasized false perception of perfectionism that you believe needs to be required where there needn't be. Spirit right now is reminding you that it's okay to get messy. Get your hands dirty, but still work with love. Paint outside of the lines if you need to. Just get messy and know that everything is really working out for it, because this courage has been earned. You've unlocked it based on your efforts, based on your experiences, and your time is now. And it's okay to be who you truly are with all of your scars, with all of your experiences, with all of the money in your account or lack thereof. Like, get out of this lack mentality that you need to be more, where you need to just show up and be your true, authentic, messy self, because it's in that you're going to keep receiving the messages, the love, the acknowledgement in real time. You're going to find messages from spirit, synchronicities, absolute beautiful alignments, the more that you choose to create. You've already made the damn decision, Soul Fam. It's already solidified into your future plan because you've decided that, because you have made it so, because that is the power of your free will, Soul Fam. Giving up now? Well, are you really going to allow that to be an option for yourself? Let me know. That choice is yours. That choice is yours. I did hear my snaps, guys. So pile number 3, do let me know. Your reading was a little bit shorter than others by just a few minutes, but perhaps maybe something in the extended would tickle your fancy. Do click that link below, which will lead you over to my Patreon and unlock a library full of content. I have over 1,000 posts on there. But most importantly, the extended to this particular pick a card, which is not going to be an extended from your pile, but rather another pick a card that is going to allow you to pick your own adventure. The category is in and around what is your next step, things that you can look forward to, potential problems and obstacles to look out for if that comes up, and just additional guidance to help you on your way. So if that is something that you feel you may resonate with, I would love to see you guys over there. Join the Soul Fam. And if this is where we part, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.